What's up, community? It's Rafi here. Let's have a chat. So today I want to talk about pre-tea anxiety. But before I dive in, can I get a fuck yeah? Because I start tea in 2 days. Fuck yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. So I want to divide this anxiety into 3 main categories. So let's do social, physical, and mental. Yeah. So I'm not treating these categories as separate categories, or perhaps even looking at them as if they existed in a vacuum, because that's simply not how life works, right? So these categories all overlap, and it's impossible basically to look at them as separate and independent from each other, because in fact they all feed into one another, right? So you might see some overlap in there. Make sense? Great. I'm also going to share some of the things that I personally have been doing to minimize that anxiety. So let's go for number 1, social aspect. Okay, so accepting myself as a non-binary transmasculine person has definitely brought a lot of social anxiety, right? So for example, now I have to explain to the overwhelmingly majority of people what that means.
So you're like hetero?
Nope.
So does that make you a dude?
What?
So you're gonna take your boobs off?
Also means that I get anxious whether I'm using women's bathroom or man's bathroom. And when I see an all-gender bathroom, I swear to fucking God, it's like a mirage. Right? So this also includes, obviously, locker rooms, which makes me even more anxious than bathrooms, because gym is such a key component of my life, right? So for bathrooms, I've been here and there using men's bathroom whenever I deem to be safe, to get kind of like myself used to being around dudes. Ugh. And I just gotta say, it's like scary as fuck, right? It's not super enjoyable experience, but it's fun once I'm out and I'm like, haha, gender fuckery, right? But at the end of the day, I really have to remind myself that I have built a huge amount of confidence on my queer identity, and now I need to build some confidence on my trans identity. And yes, it's gonna take time, but it's gonna happen, right? I'm not gonna let some cis dudes and some cis women tell me I'm not enough, psh, right? So in terms of my relationship with my partner, I can ask for anything else. She's been supportive since the beginning and has never made me feel like I was being judged, right? Which actually quite the opposite. There's been nothing but encouragement, and I'm just a lucky bastard. What can I say, right? Number 2, physical. So being on the waiting list really sucks, right? And while today I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to grow a full beard. A few weeks ago I was kind of like, I don't really know if I want facial hair, right? So in order to minimize some of the anxiety that may come with the physical changes that are gonna happen, I kind of took some steps. So number 1, I just let my hair, armpit and my leg arm grow, so I can get used to having more hairy parts in my body, right? So I'm not in super shock when more hair comes out. Personally, I think it has helped my mental health a lot. Number 2, I'm trying not to speak in such high pitch so I don't sound like a teenage gay boy. Nothing wrong with teenage gay boys. This one is hard because it's just kind of like how I talk, right? But I'm trying. Number 3, I'm training and focusing on other parts of my body that I'm not used to training so much, like the traps and the neck. So it won't come so much of a surprise if I start getting big in those areas as my training progresses. And of course, I notice my chest much more because I want it gone, right? So if I have my breast strap showing, I get anxious and annoyed. So to find that, I simply tell myself that the anxiety comes from social aspects, so about the exteriors, about how others will perceive me. And as long as I'm good with waiting for that portion of my chest to be gone, I'm fine. I don't hate my chest, right? It's just been here for a long time. It's kind of like this gas that just stayed for too long, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of time for you to leave. Thank you very much. See you later. And finally, the last point is the mental. I have to say I'm very lucky to have a therapist that I confide to and who I seek guidance from. But the amount of emotional labor that I have to put is just like excruciating and actually quite remarkable, right? So I have to think about how I'm going to navigate the world and all the amount of time and resources I put into it. It's kind of exhausting, right? And as a consequence, I've lost a lot of sleep, so I've been having a lot of insomnia. So a few things that I've tried that have worked for me for insomnia are, one, for example, is meditation. So 10 minutes before going to bed, you just repeat the same thing over and over again to yourself, which is preferably something that doesn't mean anything to you, or something that's like a mantra that you don't associate with anything from your current situation. So for example, right, for me, I have this Buddhist mantra that I remember from when I was a kid, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, and I just like repeat that with like constant breathing. It's like really, really good. The second thing that has helped me a lot, and that comes from my partner because she's starting herbalism now, is Kava-Kava tea. And I'm gonna put some links for you to check out and see if that works for you too. So that's my video about pre-tea anxiety. I hope that it may have helped you somehow. I would love to know what has helped you going through the same situation. Please comment on the comments below, in the comment section below, and we'll love to hear from you. All right, until next time, see ya.